Welcome to Analysis Trends. In this video, we are going to understand the basic DAX functions, and we gotta cover average, average A, and average X functions in this video. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So let us discuss what is average A, and what is average X used in DAX. So for example, I have just mentioned here average A data, and there's a sample data that gives us the average DAX function expression. And what is an output is like you got a list of prices from 2.5 till zero point 0.5, and the return is 1.8. In similar way, we can use this data and to find an average of, let's say we got an average of total cost. Okay, and then we can find that using the DAX. So we got some expressions here, we got some code here, we can use our own. Let us use to define a single line of code which gives us the particular average function. So I'm defining a measure, and I'm defining a measure with a name of sales in a sales table basically, and I'm giving it name as AVG, that is average. Now I'm using an average formula. Average is just a formula and it requires only a column name. So I got so many columns here. Let me just take a quantity column. So sales quantity as my column, and I'm using average function there. And then I will evaluate this, and I will summarize a new column. And basically the column name already I've mentioned was AVG, so I can rename it again as AVG. And this would reference to my actual column name, that is AVG. So whatever is stored in that AVG parameter would be reflecting back. And now when I run this, I should be able to get the actual average of the sales quantity, that is 1.4. Now if I just turn this into some sum of sales quantity, I should be able to get the sum of actual average actual quantity. So this is where you can able to see the I am getting an average quantity directly using the sales quantity here in this formula. Okay. Now what happens if I put average X? So average X and average A and average X both need to have a table column. That's it. So both works in same way. But if I put average X, this query would fail. The reason it fails is it requires a table, and it also requires a column name after that. So it's a table and an expression. So table is fine. The expression is sales quantity times, let me put margin, sales net price, for example net price. So an average of sales quantity into average of sales net price would be the answer. And if I want to know what is my actual net price and actual sales, I can do something like this. I can copy this one, then I can do a measure here. So I can put like sales average 1, I'll put this as sales average 2, and I'll do it as average of sales quantity, just to define ourselves correctly that we are doing it right. So let me just put it like average of sales quantity, then put it down, and then put another one, that is average of sales, and this would be average 3, and this will be giving me the average of the sales net price. And then we will also define one more, that is an actual net price and actual sales. Okay, let us run this. So we got one column here, then we got average 1 as this one, average 1. Let me copy this and enter here and paste it. Oops, I have not copied yet. So let me copy, paste, and paste. So this would be average 2, which will give me the individual value of the data. This is average 3, and this is also average 3. Now when I run this, I should be able to get 3. Okay, so I don't want this one here, so this is all fine. So here if you look at this one, it's 1.4. So if I just open the calculator, so it's 1.4 times 218.7. So it's on the fly calculating. So basically, yeah, the value here would be more, right? So that would cause a problem. But if you ask me if it is correct, yeah, I would say it's correct because that's all decimal places values, right? So that would affect. So that will give you an approximate average value. Now, why we have an average X function, we also have average A. Now, what exactly is average A? I have mentioned here somewhere. This is something like average A example. So average A, basically there's a column which have groceries and price. Now there is a combination of alphanumerical as well as logical expression. Like you got this is numerical, this is logical, then numerical, then again logical, then numerical and alphanumerical or alphabets. Now, basically, average A function would use this column and will not throw an error, but rather convert the logical into 1 and 0 for true and false, and whatever text we have that converts into an actual value. So if you look at this one here, so we got 2.5, true is converted as 1, 1.75 is fine, 2.25 is fine, and then you got false, which is actually a 0, and zero point 0.5 and then 3. So this is where you can use average A. Now let us go and see the data first. So let me have a data look here. So I got a data here and I have the whole list of data, and I don't see any text or somewhere written here, uh, but I can use some other, like I can use order date. Okay, even though it's a text, right? I can use that and find out the average A function. So let me write that. So I'm using measure again to find this in the sales table, and I'm finding the average for that is equals to average A, that is an alphanumerical, and sales, I should be using the delivery date. Okay, definitely this is not recommended, but I'm just using it for the purpose of the video. Now, this would be something called average 4, and then this would bring the average AVG4 value out in the table. And now they should be able to get that value. So definitely see, even though if it is a text, irrespective of whatever format it is, it will give us the value. So that's all about the DAX average, average A function, and then the average X function in this video. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and let us connect back again soon.